I can't hear you. Oh, there we go. Now I can hear you.
Welcome to the live stream. Samsquanches weekly. I'm Michael Dell, joined by the captain of the team, Morgan Hobbs. Good evening,
Yep.
Morgan. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. So today we're gonna rewatch our national with the
Yep.
boys Kings from Ontario. We will start the feed in just a minute. First off, Morgan, how's the team doing this winter?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. But I really don't care about the winter. The winter is for me is just something to keep active. A lot of the guys don't play in the winter, or they play for other teams that they've played for for the last couple of years, and then we come together for the summer and we get the ball rolling. But we're 1-8 or 1-7 now or something like that. We've only won once, so we just lost on Sunday. We lost 12-0 on Sunday. I haven't posted that one yet because I'm a little bit embarrassed to post that one.
Okay, sorry, I am just looking up what I'm trying to look up for here at the minute. I found it. So today we're going to watch our national quarterfinal match, and before we start, I think we should just recap everybody. We got Stetsky in the background going to come in and chime in as the game goes along, and I think we're going to have one other player join us as well.
Yeah.
Just want to make mention we finished round robin 2-2. We had the Burnaby watch party earlier. We then lost our second game, won our third game, and lost our fourth game, which was the last round robin game.
Yeah.
Game that we probably should have won, but we'll leave it at that for now. Just for context, for the Moist Kings game, our lineup was as follows. Wayne centering Mons and Jaden. Liam centering Tyler and Jordy. Tim centering Corey and Jeff. Morgan centering Cody and Graham. Stetsky was the extra. Our D pairs were Marv and Garnet. Dean and Trevor, Chris and Colin. And we started Scott in this game. We'll get to Marv a bit later because he's got a starring role at the end of this video that everybody's kind of been talking about for the better part of months. So, Morgan, before we bring in Sethty, before we roll the tape, actually, let's roll the tape right now. Let's get the tape started, and then you and I can talk, and then we'll bring in Mike. What stands out to you about this game looking back?
Oh, I mean, my honest thoughts are we shouldn't have let it get to overtime. But it was the resilience of the group, the way to battle back. I wholeheartedly think we were the better team right from the start. I think the last round robin game and the way that one played out, I think that really kind of creeped into this game a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of had certain people a little bit wary, but honestly, like, these guys shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on. The video is rolling. There is some pre-roll that I'm trying to get away from.
It's like a 5-minute pre-roll of this screen every game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna try to move up ahead here
because that's still warm up right there. That's
okay,
like the end of warm. That's like the end of warm up.
Okay, here it is. I moved it up.
Props for Stetsky being the first guy out there too. I'm pretty sure he was the first guy out on the floor for this game. Like, he was right out there.
He's working in the background, so let's not wait any longer. Welcome in, Mike. How are you?
The stash is here. The stash is here.
How are you two tonight?
I'm good.
We're good.
I'm good.
We're good.
I'm good.
Thanks for having me.
Of
What stands
course.
out to you about this game looking back?
I mean, what Morgan said there, just the resilience to like stick with it. Bunch of craziness near the end of the game there with all those penalties and then them tying it up and just being able to win this game was huge. So,
Now, you were an extra for this game, at least to start. Um, you wound up actually playing a pretty big role in this game when it came to the water bottles. Do you want to fill everybody in on that?
yeah, so we happened to just during whatever break I would have to go fill up our water bottles just to make sure my teammates could stay hydrated. So I played a key role in just making sure that our guys were ready to run as hard as they could on the floor and make sure they're stayed hydrated. So,
Tell me about your mindset because for those that don't know, and this is a little bit behind the scenes, you were my roommate for the week along with Devin.
yeah,
I really felt like you got comfortable as the week went along. For me, I'm not sure. Was this the game where you got player of the game, or was it the round robin game? I can't remember.
It was when we beat Saskatchewan.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
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 So you had that player of the game from earlier in the tournament. How much did
Yep.
that motivate you? I guess coming into this game.
It definitely made me probably more mentally prepared than I had been, just knowing that I could at least do my job and just do what I could. Don't make mistakes, just play my game and try to contribute wherever possible.
For those that don't know, describe your game, Mike. Because I've seen you play. You scored a big goal here in the city, the only goal of a championship clinching game. Describe your game for those that haven't seen you play.
So I work hard. I'm not the most skilled guy, but I try to just pressure guys when they have the ball, make sure I'm moving my feet. That's one thing I've been needing to work on is making sure I'm sticking with my guy. That was one big thing at nationals was like don't lose your guy because if you let your guy like my guy get behind me, then they get a chance that they shouldn't have gotten. So getting my stick in the lanes. I'm not exactly sure what else to add, but I try to have a quick release too and use it when necessary. Like you said, Mike, that big goal I had to send us to Nats this coming year, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, it, I'm not sure if you could add anything, Morgan, about what kind of player you see me being, what my role is. I'm still trying to figure that out, really, since I'm still young in my ball hockey career.
I think the biggest thing is you're always asking questions. You're eager to learn. You always want to take the steps to be better than you were the shift before. You work hard. You're willing to do whatever the team needs you to do. You were a big help. Just even motivating guys when you weren't getting enough playing time or like getting much playing time, I should say. You were still motivating guys on the bench. You were running to the end of the bench to open the door for guys. You were encouraging guys. You were talking from the bench. So, like, even if you didn't play a ton, you were just as much a part of what happened at nationals as anybody else on the team. Like, you played your role and you did exactly what we needed you to do, and you're a big reason why we were successful all week.
Thank you.
I guess for you, Stets, what was one thing about nationals that surprised you the most? Because I know me and you had conversations leading into it, but was there anything that surprised you that you weren't really expecting?
Um, Not in particular. I mean, it was really neat to be able to just see the high level of competition like in person and be playing in it as well. Um, just even the I've been a big NHL fan for years. Just to see just like in the NHL, if you make a mistake, it could very well end up in the back of your net. Like just in one of the games, I can't remember maybe it was in the semifinal. We had a lead, and then you make one mistake, you make two mistakes, you get mentally out of it. Like it's really key to be mentally strong and just play your game no matter what, and be encouraging one another as teammates to make sure you don't. Yeah, because you want to be able to win it as a team. You need teamwork. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like that last round robin game against Burlington, we were up 4-3 with 2 minutes left in the game. We lost 5-4. So like things
Yep.
change fast. It also just proves that you might be down, but you're definitely not out. It's a long game. Anything can happen. Side note, these guys got their jerseys from the same place that we got ours from. So they got good style. At least I know that.
You know what's interesting about this game, guys, and I thought about it right from the beginning. Um, I don't think we could have had a better quarterfinal matchup because it seemed like the Moist teams were always playing right before us on whatever floor surface we were playing on. So I got a pretty decent look at them, like at least 2 times, maybe even 3 times. Um, but man, it was like this game, as you're gonna see later on, and I'm just gonna try to move this up ahead even further. Just give me 1 second here.
There you go, right there. That's good.
Let's do that. But yeah, no, this for me was. I can say this in 2 years as being the coach of this team was by far the most fun game to coach in. Um, it was the most stressful game to coach in.
It's probably the most stressful game to be playing, and never mind.
Yeah. And then just the fact of like this isn't a round robin anymore. This is a national quarterfinal. Where you win one game and you're playing for a medal. And I mean, I was trying to keep it together as best as I could, but I was stressed in a match. But it was a calm stress. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, this was definitely also the coolest that building was all week for one of our games.
Yep.
Hands
Yep.
down. And I think that helped.
Oh, it was so hot. Like it was crazy.
And it was weird because it wasn't overly warm from what I would call outside. And
Yeah.
outside it was like 30, 29 degrees, but in here it had to be like 41, 42-ish.
It was hot. It was hot.
But yeah, I mean that was. You can hear the commentary in the background even too. I promise you, when it gets to the good parts, we'll stop talking and just watch.
Yeah.
I watched this game back yesterday just as the preparation for this. And having come out on the right end of this one, I have even more of an appreciation for how well we played despite the circumstances.
Yeah.
So,
like I felt like our gap control was pretty good. There's a couple things that I'm like probably should have been a little bit cleaner, but at the end of the day, we got the win, and that's what matters the most. So
yeah, and that's pretty that's pretty what's the right word, respectable. But no, this is the one I think where we went back and forth for the better part of 3 periods, and we went up by 2 goals. They went up by 2 goals. I think they were even up by 2 goals in the third period.
I think they were up by 3 in the third period at one point.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, I felt calm, like we were gonna come back and win. Um, and then I don't even know like how to describe the ending. Like for me, and we'll get to it when the time comes. The last 5 minutes to me, like the last actually 7 minutes, deserve to be in its own little documentary, 30 for 30. Just was so much going on. But I do want to actually commend it was the head official in this game. Because I had a discussion with him later on in the tournament, and I think he also had our bronze medal game, as I recall.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
So I told him this after the fact, like there was a lot of chaos going on, but under the circumstances, I thought it was like a really well
Kings
officiated game.
making the trek from Ontario to play
That guy is
in the
real
24
loud.
national competition. As
That
they
commentary
now have
kicked
possession,
in
looking to
like
clear it out down here.
Hold on one
Shit.
second. I'm just gonna mute the commentary because now the
Yeah,
commentary's coming on.
just mute that guy. We don't need to hear that guy.
Yeah, no, we're dead there. My bad.
That guy's way too loud. Oh, what?
Yeah, so as I was saying, like to me, I thought this was a really well officiated game for the chaos that it was, and at the end, like you'll see it in the last 5 or 10 minutes. But I got all the explanations that I was requiring. I had a full understanding of what was going on. Did I agree with what was going on? That's a different whole scenario. But it was kind of laid out in a way that I could understand what was going on.
Oh, well, we got Tobin taking the face off. I don't know that he. I guess I remember him playing center this game for a little bit. But he can drive the play himself. Like I'm not the guy that's gonna drive the play for a line.
Yeah. We had a lot of unique players for sure.
Yeah. That goalie is really tiny. Like that goalie is little. I never realized how small he actually was until that.
Yeah, but hey, let size deceive you. I would have had nightmares had we lost this game about some of those chances that we would have missed on.
Yeah, that's fair.
But how the heck this game went even 5 minutes without a goal being scored for the chaos that happened at the end is remarkable.
Yeah, it was good. We just scored. I didn't even see that. But
Yeah.
The likely trio again, Jaden, Mons, and Deuce. So there's that. That guy jumped the gun big time.
Yeah, and that was when I suffered an injury that I told everybody about. We'll get to that when the time comes. Seth, you might want to go out and come back in. There's something with your camera there. Oh, it's better now.
No, he's back.
Yeah, sorry, just had to do that for a quick sec.
Go shave the stash, bud.
Yeah, come back and no mustache. So one comment I wanted to have just on the big rink game of ball hockey in general, since I've only I played the spring/summer season and everything. For whatever reason, I am that much more comfortable on big rink. I don't know if it's because I played some ice hockey growing up and I'm just generally used to a bigger surface to play on or what. But
well, it's easier because there's more space, right? You have more time. You have more space to think about things. Like playing in the gym in the winter that we're doing right now, like there's no time, there's no space to do anything.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of just like hooped if you turn the ball over, you're kind of screwed.
But
Yeah.
again, I think if you take too much time on the big surface at the Nationals, they'll close your space down quicker than
They
you think.
they close the
Yeah.
gaps a lot more.
No, for sure. Yeah.
But like the top teams in Canada, they'll take your time and space away like you have nothing.
Yeah. I don't know how that wasn't too many men, but okay.
But
Like overall, I'd say this is like a pretty even matchup. I think this was like as best as we were gonna get for like two evenly matched teams.
yeah, and listen, I think the game played out that way too.
Yeah. I mean, camera work's a little shoddy, but that's okay.
Well, I mean that was the way it was all week, right? With an automated.
Yeah.
I mean, as
I
you'll
think-
see later on, they miss our entire celebration.
Yeah.
What?
Including me slamming my rib on the open gate, and I was so excited. Knocked the wind right out of myself. And I'm spending 15 minutes in the celebration, and then trying to get some oxygen back into my lungs.
Like I think we did a good job of sticking hip to hip with the guys that we needed to cover. I think that was like the big thing.
Yeah.
Like we kept them to the outside. That 88 for their team, that guy was gross. That guy was really good.
So what is the, for those that don't know, and we're gonna take this off the beaten path a little bit. It was announced that it's Mississauga this year.
Yeah.
Can't tell you that was good for my PTSD when I found that out. That being said, we lived and learned from that tournament, so it happened. What are some of the preparations that are currently underway for that, Morgan?
I think it's just building the best roster that we can come up with guys that are available and wanting to go. It's finding the right balance of guys that have the right attitude, guys that are willing to buy into the system. There's certain guys that won't be coming back just because they'll be playing for other teams. We want to get faster on the blue line for sure, especially going where we're going. It's going to be like you got to have speed because speed kills, and those guys killed us last time. They were faster than us, and they ran us into the ground. But I mean, preparation's going good. I think we've got majority of the roster figured out. There's a couple pieces that we're still waiting to hear from, but we've got majority of the roster figured out.
For sure. Excited for that. I know we announced my assistant coach a while ago.
Yeah.
Really excited to be working with Dusty.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
You know, for me, it was never about me. It was always about surrounding myself with the best possible people. Because I think I'd be the first to admit I don't have all the answers all the time.
Yep.
So, and that was what, like, I think the odds on MVP of the whole week last year was Phil.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I mean, the amount of wealth and knowledge that I was able to soak up just from being around him.
Yeah.
And to be honest, he was able to keep me sane at times when I was like, I was going to lose my, you know what? So, yeah, no, just having Phil on the bench for this tournament ended up being a real big blessing in disguise.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like having Phil there was huge. I don't know if he's going to be going again. I plan on shooting him a message because if we can have you, Dusty, and Phil on the bench,
Yeah.
That would be that would be great.
Yeah.
I know Dusty is one of those, like, he's one of those guys where if you're not cutting it, you're not going to play, regardless of who you are and what your name is. Like, if you're not cutting it, you're going to sit on the bench. So that's good to have. A lot of the guys will have either played with or played for Dusty before, so he has a rough idea of who can do what and what they bring to the table. So
Yeah, as we watch a goal being given up here.
that's just a lucky bounce. Like, we got to get that out, but like chipping it out and he picks it off like that, like it's just a lucky bounce. You slide down to take the pass away and he gets it over the guy. Like, it's lucky bounce. There's a lot worse goals that we gave up that week. I think this might have been one of the only games where we actually got bunched up.
What do you think? Why do you think that was? Do you think it was nerves?
I think a lot of it was nerves, yeah. That's a nice goal. That's a nice wraparound right there.
Okay, so about this, I think it really helped that we got that goal back quicker.
Yeah.
Right? You're not letting it go to 2-1, 3-1 for them where, you're falling behind. Granted, of course, we fell behind a couple of earlier times later on. But
I think what did it for us in this game too was like the experience of a lot of our guys.
yeah.
Like, this might have only been our second time playing at nationals together, but for a lot of the guys on this team, we've been together for 5, 6, 7 years almost. These guys had only been together when I talked to them for, I think it was 2 years or 2 seasons. So I think the experience level helped us. We had a bunch of guys on this team that played for Team Canada, like Masters and Legends Team Canada after this. Like, we had
And
guys.
that wasn't anything that we knew at the time either.
No. Yeah, no, we didn't know that at the time. I think I found out after this game that they asked him.
Chairman and Chris too.
Yeah, I think Chris and Trevor were always going to be on that team though. But then they talked to them about Tim. But like, still, like, and like Team Manitoba guys on this team too, guys that have played Masters and Legends Team Manitoba. And I mean, it was just, we were gonna have to buckle down, dig deep, and we were gonna have to put our heads down, and we were gonna have to run through these guys because it was very clear after this one that they were gonna go shot for shot with us if they had to.
Yeah.
If they needed to, they were going shot for shot.
Mike, what are you thinking at this point? 2-2 back and forth in about 4 minutes of it's changing 4 different goals.
I can't quite remember, but I think I would kind of be like, the up and down, like, yes, and then, oh no, why, like, just, couldn't keep our lead both times. So at the same time, I mean, it's not like we're down, say, 2-0, like we're right in it. So.
See, that one right there, I'm giving that guy too much space. Like, I gotta get up closer on that guy. I gotta make him make a decision sooner. I can't give him that much space and time to think about things. This was also what, game 5? Oh yeah, see, they just scored again. We're gonna have to go shot for shot with those guys. What was this, game 5 on the week? I think so.
Yeah.
I would like to know what the shots are at this point on goal.
I think if we went back on the website, we could probably find what the shot total was.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at it right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you should be able to pull up the score sheet, I would think.
Actually,
Definitely high scoring.
They have the score sheet in my inbox. Actually, hold on.
Nope. That's not what I want.
Oh, I got it right here.
Okay, cool.
Cue Jeopardy theme music.
So there wasn't any scoring in the second, or did we get one in the second?
Well, it was 7-7 at the end of 3. So
Oh my goodness! Wow, I literally did not remember it was that high scoring. I thought it was more like a 5-4.
Yeah, no, it's 8-7. I'm looking at it right now.
Wow.
and I think Graham is just getting into his car and he'll hop in here.
Wanna know what was interesting, guys? And I just realized this now. We didn't take a penalty in this game.
No, we didn't.
Oh wow.
We only took a handful the whole tournament. We weren't really shorthanded that often,
Yeah.
as opposed to the year before when we were shorthanded, or like when we were in the box too much.
Yeah. Okay, I have the game sheet up to describe the chaos at the end of the game.
That shot was disgusting.
Sorry?
That shot was gross.
Was that Liam?
You need to go back and rewind that so you can watch what just happened, because you weren't even paying attention.
Hey,
Rewind that like 30 seconds. Yeah, just start right here. We'll be good right here. That was nasty. That's exactly why I asked him to come back this year too.
Oh,
That's gross.
oh man, just opened up in the middle of the slot and kaboom.
That's yeah.
Okay, Mike, we're gonna take you out here for a minute and we're gonna bring Graham in.
No problem. Thanks.
Hang tight.
We'll get you back.
Yeah, so that was our third goal. Hi, Graham.
Oh, look at that
Hey,
hair.
how you doing?
Look at that hair. I hope
I'm
you
letting
go.
it grow. I gotta cover my bald spot, you know.
I hope you go through a check stop right now just so I can see the look on your face.
You know, it's just here to the Duncan. We should be good. Should be good. But
Yeah, right.
Well, it's hands free. I'm good. I'm not touching my phone, so they can fuck off.
That's
Whoa!
okay.
Whoa!
It's my bad.
Bleep that one out.
Well, that's
That's
what
okay.
That's what you're on. You've got the bleeper.
I got yeah.
If this was last night, I'd have a little bit more concerns with that, but you know.
Okay. It's okay.
Well, I can see the game kind of, but obviously I'm currently driving, so I can't like really really watch the game, obviously.
But when we were bringing you on, we were just remarking about the shot that made it 3-3. The end of the first period, I think it was who shot did we say that was Tyler?
Tyler passed it to Liam, and Liam had a cannon.
Yeah,
I think Liam's shots were always either a cannon or pinpoint, one of the two or both. So,
and actually it was right in the middle of a natural hat trick on his part. Liam had 3 goals in the game. The last 2 of the first period and the second period, the first one of the second period. Graham, what stands out to you about the game? What do you remember?
about this specific game, not much.
He's old, man. He doesn't remember nothing.
Yeah, I'm over 40, so like things are not working the way they used to. So I don't remember a lot about a whole lot of the games specifically, but I mean there was consistent themes throughout the whole thing, like Liam dangling all of the other players and that sort of thing.
Not
So.
just once, not just twice. He did it 10 times.
Oh, you're counting in this game.
Oh, buddy, I have the number of goals that guy scored like etched into my head because that's the most I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was pretty good. So whoever got him on the team, good job.
Honestly, though.
I just want to pass along a quick update for those of you tuning in on the Game Time platforms. Out of town scoreboard reads as follows. Whoops, give me 1 second here. I lost the handle. Nipawin Titans leading the Winnipeg Blues 2-0 after one period. And the Wentworth Flyers leading 2-0 over the Winnipeg Freeze in Wentworth tonight. Other scores, the Steelers and the Pistons tied at 2 after one period in Selkirk tonight. So that is what is going on elsewhere on the Game Time platforms tonight.
Well, clearly they should be watching this and not that.
Fair enough. I'm just multitasking.
Pretty sure these guys had somebody playing defense for them with a jersey that said D's nuts.
Like that was the name bar?
Yeah. I just saw it. That's crazy. I would never let that fly on one of my teams. I would also never let anybody wear the number 69 or the number 99.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, I can't blame you.
Yeah.
These nuts, eh?
Yeah, he'll pop up. Just wait. I'll point it out next time he's on the screen.
I'm surprised we didn't notice this when we were playing the game. I don't remember.
I had no
anyway.
clue.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed their goalie in the second period. Look at that.
Well, it was a little warm in there, I think, so.
I don't think that had anything to do with the goalie pull, to be honest.
They were also one of the only teams that drove all the way from Ontario with only one goalie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's no way, man. That's like, you got to drive from where they're from. You got to drive like 20 hours just to get to Manitoba, and then another 16 on top of that, and you only brought one goalie?
Yeah, they must have had a lot of faith in this fellow. Thought he was going to really be able to Ironman it.
Then they got there in the heat wave, and they were like, psych.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Those poor goalies just being in the nets, they were cooking, so.
What was different for you this year than the Mississauga year? Like, what did you notice that was different about the team?
That we were better? No. Well, I mean, that is one thing.
I'm not supposed to say that.
No, I think the group just kind of gelled a little bit better, which is interesting because we had more people that we didn't really know, right? Like none of us really knew these Alberta guys for the most part, and they fit in brilliantly. Like they were with us the whole time. So yeah. I mean, and plus, I guess people had now been there a bunch of times. So I don't know. For me, I just it's fun no matter what, right? So I just kind of want to go for the experience, do as best as we can, and hopefully it turns out good. And this time, it turned out really good. So we'll take it.
Did you feel like, and I don't know, Graham, if you felt this way, but I felt this way for sure coming in. As a coach now, coach and player could have different. What the heck happened there?
I didn't even see. Oh, here we go. Here's where the wheels fell off.
Oh yeah,
these guys started yelling at the refs after that.
Oh, okay. Now I remember this game. This was the one with those two guys. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. He's dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I just felt like we were more prepared and more at ease with everything than Mississauga. That might
Yeah.
sound like a dumb thing to say because you've been through the motions once, but that's at least how I felt. And I felt a lot more calm coming into this tournament than I did really at any point in Mississauga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably felt more comfortable from the start of this one than maybe any than Mississauga for sure, than Fredericton. Um, yeah, I don't know what it was. Maybe just kind of the collection of guys that were put together, and maybe they just meshed real well. But it seemed, yeah, everybody was kind of feeling pretty optimistic, pretty comfortable from the start, and I think it kind of showed in our performance. So.
That was a bad goal. That one was. Also, Fredericton, you guys got hosed. That's why. You guys got hosed so bad. That was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal, but it was a trip to Fredericton, my friend. I'll take it.
That's fair. There's
Yeah.
if they would have came to me this year and said we don't have enough teams in C, can you guys move up? I would have said absolutely not.
Yeah, I
There's
can't
no
remember.
way.
Like, I can't remember how much notice was given to us in that situation. Like, we might have already been, somewhat locked in terms of arrangements and whatnot. So, um, yeah, I can't remember, but it certainly wasn't great playing against teams. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we didn't in this one in Edmonton. I don't know if there's anything to it, but I thought that in Mississauga those Quebec teams were something else, and we didn't have any Quebec teams to contend with on this one.
I think part of the story is they don't travel west.
They refuse to go. Like Toronto's the farthest that they'll go. They won't go any farther than that.
Yeah, which kind of worked out in our favor because when we
100%
were,
it did.
well, I mean, those guys, the continuing theme that those guys would say when you're talking to them is that they're playing together year round, multiple times a week. It doesn't matter, like, and this is going on for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
They obviously change people a little bit because people age out, but the core group has probably been together for years and years and years, and it's pretty hard to compete with that familiarity. So
It's another
Okay,
bad turnover.
hold this spot here for a minute. We just go down 2 goals here.
Yeah.
And it was really weird because I never really panicked when this happened.
See, look, there he is. That's 66 in purple right there. His jersey says D's nuts on the back. That's crazy.
it's rec sports, I guess, right? So
I mean, at this point of the game, I wasn't really that worried because I watched what Burlington did against us the day before, so I was kind of like, we can do this.
Yeah.
Burlington
Yeah,
was
no.
the team of like really young, fast. I'm going to call them kids, but I'm sure they're adults. But that was them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Was there anybody on our roster other than the guys we picked up from Alberta, like any of the Winnipeg guys that surprised you with how well they played?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've played against a lot of them, right? Like I played against, Wayne, for example, a million times, and he's always great. But I guess maybe getting to see it on my team this time was kind of nice, and you get a good appreciation for what he can do, and Mons too. I mean, he's just like he's so powerful, right? So
Yeah. That's Mon's fair.
I can say this just from my perspective. I had a huge appreciation for watching Tim in
Yep.
person.
Yeah.
I don't think that guy, by his own admission, would tell you that he had a great tournament in Mississauga. I don't think anybody did, to be honest. Had a really good tournament out there. But just to be able to see what Tim was able to do that week, and then of course to parade that into a nationals opportunity for himself at Masters.
Yeah.
I had a really good appreciation for Tim, and I know him and I had a discussion about what a first game and lineup placement and all that stuff, but boy, I remember saying it to him, and I think he'd be okay with me sharing this. If not, I'm sorry, Tim. He he backed up what he told me in that conversation in a big way. I'll leave it at that. So I had a really deep appreciation for what Tim was able to do for our group. Because I remember him having to be moving around a couple times, like throughout the tournament as a whole. Not necessarily this game, but just for Tim, just to see what Tim was able to do, and then, I mean, a lot of the guys that I've been familiar with, like Moz, I think we saw, Grammy touched on it, like Moz is even better than the player that I remember coaching against, when he was in high school and junior high. He was a nightmare to coach against. But you absolutely love it when he's on your team. Like that's
Yeah.
same can be said, I think, with Tim. And
Well,
then,
Tim,
yeah, I mean, everybody, like, I hate this singling guys out, like guys that have surprised me and guys that surprised me, because I think this was such a collective group effort that it's really hard to single somebody out of, yes, I'm surprised person X played or person Y played, or it's we want to
no, that's
medal
true.
together. We want to medal together as a result of this game, and that is something that'll stick with me for the rest of my life. And it was because everybody up and down the lineup did what they could.
Yeah, that's true. Tim, so the first time that I ever went to Westerns, probably in like it's got to be like
Oh, there's a nice
2010.
finish.
Tim was on that team too, so Tim and I go like way, 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 way back, and he's always been this way, and he's such like a positive person on the bench. It's crazy.
Yeah.
His attitude is just so positive. You can't help but be pushed by him because he's always been like that. So
Yeah, and even when we won the championship at home, to punch our ticket to national this year, him and I were outside the dressing room, and he said something to the effect, and I don't remember the exact words, but he said, "This year's nationals is gonna be different. Mark my words." That's what he told me, and I mean, come on, that was like the best as it could have gone. Yeah, yeah, I have some regrets about the way the semifinal game went, but it's like I told everybody, I'd rather win a medal than back into a medal. So yeah, no regrets here.
Honestly, I think this was a coming out party for Jaden.
oh yeah, he's
This was
good, man.
This was like, I've always known that Jaden's been a good hockey player. Like, he's one of my favorite guys to have on the team because he's committed. He always shows up. Like, he has heart. But this was like, this really set the bar. Like, he came out of his, he's always been able to do it. He just never, like, he took control of games.
Yeah, I did. So I am at the Duncan now. So I have to go and practice my craft. Plus you brought up the championships, so I that's a bad memory. So
have fun.
All right,
fun,
boys.
eh?
Thanks. We'll see you
Yeah,
later.
see you later.
Yep. Sounds good. Thank you. Graham is on his way out. Stetsy, are you ready to come back in? Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. I know you were out
Is
and
he still
about
sitting
for a
there?
minute. Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah. No,
Oh,
I
I
would.
thought you would have shaved. Just kidding. Just kidding.
It would have taken longer than 5 minutes. This mustache is so long. Just kidding.
There you go. We just tied the game. I think that was Mons off that face-off play from Wayne. Or did Mons win the face-off too, Wayne? No, I think Wayne won it to Mons and Mons shot it. See, that was the problem with, like, I like how quick the games went for this broadcast, but what I liked about Mississauga was they had the replay after the goal, so you could see it again. Here, they didn't really have replays after the goals. But they were doing this all remote, weren't they? Like, I don't think any of the commentators were actually, like, none of the commentary teams were actually in the building.
Just the one on the main one was.
Was it like that here, like the couple weeks after? Was that the same way here?
Yeah, I only saw George in the main range.
Yeah, I know he was in the main rink. I didn't see, but I only went to the main rink for like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, and then they tried to get local commentators, myself included. But I don't think it ever came to fruition for the other ranks.
It'll be interesting to see how they do it in Mississauga again, if they're going to do it like the same way that they did it the last time, or if they'll do it like this way again.
My understanding is it's a multi-year partnership, so these guys will be back. That's my understanding.
But I'm pretty sure like these cameras are like permanent in this building. I'm pretty sure, are they not?
Some of them can be. I think these ones are.
Because like you can watch like their like Edmonton's ball hockey league, you can watch their games at this arena on the cameras because they play year round, I guess. So
Yep. Yeah, and Live Barn does the same function here. Yeah, I think these are permanent cameras, and then they just add the commentary input, right? So
yeah.
Just have a question for you, Morgan.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
After getting the bronze medal at Nationals this summer in Edmonton, what are your expectations or hopes? Like, I know Mississauga is a whole different story. Like, it's with the Quebec teams and everything. But, like, is there, like, I know you always want a medal, but, like, what would you want to see your team do that, what are your expectations, I guess is the simplest way to put it.
To just show up and prove to everybody that was there the first time we went and everybody that watched us the first time we went that that's not the same team you're going to get this time around.
That's a good way to put it.
I'm smirking because I got some reaction from people that saw us in Mississauga versus Edmonton. And they were pretty blown away by the night and day difference.
This goes back to what I said before this tournament started. I said, don't doubt us. It's a different team. Things have changed. Nobody knows what goes on when that locker room door closes. Nobody knows what happens in that dressing room. You're the only guy that knows what happens in that dressing room.
Right.
Nobody knows. So everybody can have their opinions and thoughts on stuff and like, oh, you should have done this. Why didn't this happen? It's like because conversations happen behind that door. And what a lot of people don't know is I think I only saw you in the locker room twice the whole week.
Yep. And then the second time was after we won bronze.
Yeah.
I think I came to get somebody from the dressing room once before our third game, and I think I was looking for you.
Yeah.
But I did not say a word to anybody in that dressing room, nor did I step foot in that dressing room, nor did I sit down in that dressing room until we won that bronze medal.
Because Phil, you, like even Garnett when he got hurt and he couldn't play, like Phil said it best before the tournament started. He doesn't need to say anything. You guys don't need to say anything because everybody's got a job to do. We know what we're supposed to do. We've all been playing long enough to know what we're supposed to do. And it's a closed locker room door. Like the captains and leadership group that we picked, they stepped up when we needed them to step up. We had guys that didn't have letters on their shirts and jerseys saying stuff at the right moments. Everybody was talking. If you want to know what really happened inside that locker room, you open that locker room door and all you heard was laughing.
I really did appreciate the camaraderie. That was pretty sweet. And I had one teammate pull me aside after, I don't know if it was like the second or third game, but he told me that, even though I wasn't playing too much every game, that didn't mean I didn't have as much of an impact or as much of a role to play, and that I was appreciated. So I really felt just felt like a teammate that was well respected. So I appreciated that.
Yeah, like everybody played a part. We had guys buying into the whole, okay, it's not my time to go out on the floor. There's guys better than me that should be on the floor. Like that whole bronze medal game, I played 2 shifts and I looked right at Phil. I was like, my legs aren't in it. Put somebody else out there. Like I'm going to cause a turnover. I'm going to do something. Like I can't play. Like, and those are the kind of like things you need. Like Jeff said that he couldn't play, like put Stetsky out there more. Like Cody's like, oh, he's like, well, Stetsky hasn't been out for a bit. Let's send Stetsky out. Like guys were getting you into the play. We had a rotation figured out. Everybody was bought in. It's one of those things that's like, check the ego at the door. We're all there for a common goal. Do you want to be a hero and ruin it for everybody, or do you want to check the ego at the door, come together, and see what the team's made of? Because this team did great things that whole week. And you want my honest opinion, Stetsky, about my expectations for Mississauga? That guy, Michael, knows that there's one expectation I have for Mississauga. And if there's a certain team that ends up in our division and ends up on our schedule, they're not rolling through us this time.
Oh, that is my thought too, man.
It's not gonna happen. Not rolling through because we should have beat them twice. Yep. We had them in the first game and we outshot them in the second game.
Yep.
And if we show up and we play our game, we'll be set. But like Mississauga is a different animal. The teams are better. The Quebec teams show up. You're gonna get 2 teams from each Ontario division, and then you're also gonna get a host team from each division. So Ontario is gonna be loaded.
I actually, honestly, I want that Quebec team in the end.
Part of me does too, but you want my honest opinion? I think we play them 9 times out of 10. Like we play them 10 games, they beat us 9 times out of 10. We might get lucky once. That team was really good. Like that team was really good.
Fair enough. But if you want to talk about upgrading the color of the medal, it's gonna have to happen.
It is gonna have to happen. But I mean, we're gonna have to not play 5-on-5 like we're shorthanded killing a penalty to make that happen.
They were just that fast, I guess. Just moved that ball around like crazy.
They've been playing together since 2006.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what Graham was talking about. Is like,
yeah.
Guys might have gotten older, but the guys that they brought in just fit right into their system. They've been together since 2000. Like they've been together for like 20 years, 25 years. Like they're a good hockey team. These guys were a good hockey team too. When I saw that these guys were going, because we followed each other's teams on Instagram for about a year. When I saw that they were going and they were going in D division, I hoped we got them on the schedule. And I mean, that's not being disrespectful either, but I looked at them and I was like, that's a winnable game for us. There wasn't a team that I saw in our division that I didn't think was a winnable game.
Yeah.
I followed the team that won gold too. I thought they were beatable. I still stand to this day, and I think that we were the best team in the tournament. We just shot ourselves in the foot.
I have that opinion that we win the tournament if we don't have to play that quarterfinal game.
I could see that. That long break didn't help. We played this game at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and then we played again at like 8 o'clock that night. So like that long break didn't help.
Well, we were supposed to play Victoria, right, in the semifinal, and then they switched it. They did a mathematical formula.
Right.
Yeah, it was something to do with like standings. We finished higher in the standings than the other team that went through the quarter. Yeah, something like that. Or no, Burlington finished higher than Victoria on goal differential. They had the same record, I think, or something like that. Or they did 1 versus 3, 2 versus 4, something stupid. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they screwed up the seeding was what was explained to me.
Because we were originally on the schedule to play Victoria.
Yep. No, we were, and then they switched it to whoever we lost to in the semis, Burlington.
Burlington, yeah.
Were we the 3 seed? How did that end up? I can't even remember.
No, we were the 4 seed because Party Bus got into the
right.
Party Bus beat Burnaby in the quarterfinals.
Right.
I remember watching that game.
Right, and then we beat Party Bus to win bronze after they beat us in the round robin.
Yeah. They beat us 7th.
If there's a round robin game that sits in my craw to this day, it's the Party Bus game.
I think the Party Bus game is the only round robin game that we deserve. Actually, that's the only game of the whole tournament that we deserve to lose.
Fair enough.
We didn't deserve to lose our last round robin game. And then we didn't deserve to lose the semifinal game. We shot ourselves in the foot with that one. So.
Yeah, from what I remember, like the similar mistakes in that semifinal and that last round robin game was just the simple not getting in your guy fast enough, and then he just opened for a quick second, and I don't know if it was like all one-timers and in or what, but it was just backdoor plays in. It was crazy.
Yeah. I think this is the game where that 88 got he got suspended back in his home league too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
The guy that took the penalty in overtime in this game for Moist Kings got suspended in his league back in Ontario too.
Yeah. In other news, Patrick Laine had the hat trick for the Montreal Canadiens tonight.
Gross.
Don't even get me started on. Ooh. Sorry. I miss Laine. Let's just put it that way. I miss him way too much. I bought a Laine jersey 1 month before he got traded. I was like, come on.
I'll let you in on a little tip, Stetsky. Matthews is better.
Sure. So the Jets would have drafted him if we would have gotten the first overall pick.
This isn't a Jets Leafs debate. We're not going into this right now. It's a topic for another day. This is not happening in here.
So yeah, we were down.
It's 6-5. Yeah,
yeah. Did we get down 2? Or was it 8-7 final?
We were down 2 so we were down 7-5 in the middle of this period.
Okay, yeah.
See, I thought it was the other way around. I thought we went up 7-6 and they tied it late.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they tied it with like 2 minutes left or something like that.
Yeah, because
After all those penalties.
they had to pull the misconduct guy out of the dressing room because they tied the game.
Yeah.
And that's why the overtime took so long to start.
I think, yeah. Did they switch goalies for overtime too? Or was this guy in net? No, they did switch goalies for overtime, I think.
No, only one switch according to the game sheet, unless he didn't catch it.
Maybe this guy did stay in for overtime too. It definitely felt good to win a couple games, though, get a couple wins under our belt. That first one was huge for the week.
Yep, you did. You have closing thoughts, Mike?
It was just a great it was really cool to get that overtime win. Like I know obviously you don't want to blow a lead late, but it was really cool to be able to like come off with all my teammates and go celebrate the win. So it was a great game.
All right, Mike. Thank you for joining us. You are now dismissed.
Go
Thank
Leafs,
you.
go.
Have a great night.
Yep, you do. Go Jets. Yeah, the way this game ended was just wild.
Yeah. Still wish we could have cleaned it up a little bit, but I'm glad we got the win out. But again, our power play, I said it in the first one, our power play was lethal this whole tournament. As soon as we got the power play in overtime, I knew it was game over.
Yeah.
Because it was a long one, too. I think it was like 4 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it was a minute penalty, I think. But I can't even remember what happened. Hooking? I'll look it up on the sheet.
I don't know if it was hooking or unsportsmanlike.
Oh, yeah, to do with a whole bunch of yapping.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, you'd have the list of what they called at the end.
Yeah, I'm going to read it once we get to the moment. Oh, the overtime penalty was just rapid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought it was something worse than that.
No, but there's a whole bunch of not good stuff coming
Yeah, that's fair.
in about 10 minutes.
That's another guy that had a good tournament for us. Dean had a pretty good tournament for us, I thought.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. I'll let you know after, but there's been an interesting development in positions that guys are willing to play this year at nationals. So,
pardon me?
I'll let you know after this is over, but there's been an interesting development on positions guys are willing to play this year at nationals. So,
yeah, that shall not be disclosed here.
No. Well, yeah. Well, if you want to know, people, Colin has elected to play goalie.
I don't know how serious to take that.
Snow, there's no thought to it at all. Don't take that serious at all.
I hear you volunteer for cheerleader, Morgan.
I'll volunteer. I'll wear the tutu and everything. I'll wear the skirt.
Oh boy.
Cody had a pretty good tournament for us too.
Yeah.
He played decent when we needed him to get in there. I'm excited to see what he does with his team at Nationals this year, if they can get enough stuff together to go.
Yeah, it's interesting that whole. And I'm looking back at my sheet here. We got enough out of the bottom part of our lineup this year that it was able to help us with everything, sort of.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, right? One minute that the fourth line is able to take off without being scored on is one less minute to worry about giving the top part of the lineup.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
And even in this game, I remember talking to Phil, like there was no reason to have to shorten the bench.
Nope. We didn't really shorten the bench as much this year as we did the first year.
No, and I think that helped, right? Also the extra bodies.
Yeah.
And leaving the goalies in command of what they wanted to do also made everything easier.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot more guys that were willing to like get into that shoulder-to-shoulder physical battle this year than we did. It's like 2 years ago, nobody would have gotten into those shoulder-to-shoulder battles.
Yeah, you have to be, to get to where you want to go, you have to be willing to pay the price. You know this more than I know this. So to win a Stanley Cup in general, there's got to be a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah. I love watching Liam Sticano with the ball. He's so gross. Yeah, see, look, they changed goalies. That's not the same guy.
Oh, maybe they did it then. Oh, yeah, sorry. 10:43 of the third, they changed goalies.
So is that 3 that they used in this game then, or is that the guy that they had in at the beginning?
2. They made 2 switches.
No way. That guy's not the same guy that they had in the beginning. The guy they had in the beginning was way skinnier than that guy.
No. It said the goalie change number 1 happened at 10:43 remaining in the third period.
Yeah.
So that was 45 seconds to go in game action.
So they only used 2 goalies this whole game?
Yep.
I could have swore that's 3.
No.
I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I'm going to go back and watch it after this is done. I'll take pictures and I'll send them to you to prove that I was right. Just kidding.
Oh, Morgan, if they would have used 3 goalies, I would have been in the official space about it.
That's fair. I'll go back and show you that you should have been in the official space about it.
You know me. I'm not in the official space an awful lot. If I am, and you really upset me.
I don't know. That just doesn't look like the guy they used at the beginning. There's no way.
What are we calling in the forensic investigator for a game?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up on another tab right now and show you.
Oh, Morgan. Could it be that he changed helmets?
I don't know. I think he did change helmets.
There we go. He just changed the helmets.
Well, like I'm looking at him right now. Oh no, it's the same guy. Never mind, you're right.
See? Coach is
No.
always right. Don't argue.
Hey, we're gonna talk about what you said to me before the start of overtime in this game, okay? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when it starts.
What did I say?
You looked at me and you said it was at this point. It was when they went up 7-5, and you looked at me and you said, or no, it was when they tied it. You looked at me and said, I have a feeling this is going to end the same way as last year. And I told you, I was like, don't put those thoughts out there. I was like, just keep those in there in the back of your head. I was like, because we're going to win. And then we got the power play. And
You're right. Busted. New York Rangers are losing again.
Rangers suck.
That is unimaginable how far they've come.
That's what happens when you pay a goalie $11.5 million. That's not worth $11.5 million.
Yeah.
You got no money to pay anybody else.
Buffalo Sabres have lost their 11th straight game.
That's tough. Fire Lindy.
Nah.
All right, come on. Let's get a win here. Let's pull this out. I think a bunch of the guys want to get different shorts this year. They want to get like flashier shorts. Said I was up for it.
Do we have a goal coming up here?
I think it's right here. He wins the face off to Mons, doesn't he?
Sorry?
Doesn't he win the face off to Mons right here?
Not quite.
Oh. I think these guys gassed out is what it is, to be honest. Like, I think they started getting discouraged when they were getting a lead and we weren't letting them have it.
They wanted to pull us into some after the whistle stuff, too.
Yeah. It's not something they wanted to get into with this group. Wouldn't have been great.
No, I think we showed some maturity. Here comes the goal.
That's a bad turnover. That's a real bad turnover. Oh, yeah. Was that Wayne? I think that was Wayne.
The only thing that I would contend with that kind of play, from a coaching perspective, is he's behind the net completely gassed.
Yeah.
And I think if you're gassed, you make decisions that you don't normally make.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm not trying to defend somebody from the other team, but it's just like they were hammed in there forever.
They had a short bench too, I feel like, though. Like, they didn't bring enough guys for this. They definitely did not bring enough guys for a tournament like this.
Sorry?
They were short benched. They didn't bring enough guys. I think that's what it was. I think that's why they gassed out.
And that was the interesting thing about this tournament, that I saw a lot of other teams made a lot of mistakes that we did in our first year.
Yeah.
The team that really impressed me was Burnaby.
Yeah,
Like we
they were good.
we punched them in the face the first game, and to their credit, they got right back up and continued.
Yeah. They played good throughout the week. I wish we could have met them in the semifinals.
But
I was hoping that they would beat Party Bus in the quarterfinal. I was hoping. But then if they beat Party Bus, we probably would have got Victoria.
yeah,
And I still think we beat Victoria.
yeah. I mean, the margin for error for teams in the Final Four is
Slim to none almost.
it's de minimis, to be honest.
Did we send Stetsky out again in this game? Did he play at all in this game?
Yeah, he did.
I think he played a little bit. I don't know, like I wasn't paying attention to see how much he played. But
No, I wanted him to play more because I knew he was the freshest legs we had.
yeah.
Like, and I'm thinking about this in hindsight. Like, I don't even know what I would have done for a shootout order had we gotten there.
No, but like I think everybody has to shoot at least once. So like you have to go through your whole.
Yeah, so I probably would have gone like a Jaden, Jordy, Mons in some kind of order.
Yeah. Honestly, if I probably would have done like Liam, Wayne, Mons, like a shootout the way that Liam played. I don't know how we wouldn't have Liam in the first three.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of a head start.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like, beginning of overtime, I'm starting to think in my head of, okay, if this goes to a shootout, like, what does my order look like?
Yeah.
Now, again, don't pour out trouble on trouble's doorstep till trouble arrives, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I was much more in the moment this time around than I was last time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you got to be like just play the game. Whatever happens, happens. Honestly, if we would have lost this game, I would have went home happy. Like I would have been happy with the way that we played for the week. Like obviously, I wanted to win more than anything. With like a quarterfinal berth for a team that was doubted right from the start, that was good enough for me. I think for the overtime goal, though, we got to get the audio going on that one so people can hear how loud the team was.
Well, I'll be honest, he didn't even know there was a penalty on play. Because in the audio, he says there's a lot of confusion on the floor. And not being in the building, I can understand why there would have been confusion.
Yeah.
And the funny part is I'm always looking at this. Pain is if the draft it foreshadowed our overtime win.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. It's like they had it at that we were winning already. I didn't notice that till after the game was over. I was like, oh, that's not a good look. Makes it look scripted now.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll watch you through the last part of regulation. Then for overtime, we'll put the audio up. Because this is the first time I think that you and I are watching this together.
Yeah, like this is the first time that I've watched this game back. I watched the bronze medal game back a couple times. But this is the first time I've watched this one back. And I've watched the Saskatchewan game a couple times too. Ew.
Okay, I'm gonna get the game sheet ready here because there's gonna be some
Yeah.
stuff happening here shortly. Oh, and my phone dies. Nice.
I think I can get it up. I think I had it.
I'll be right back, Morty. I'm just gonna put my head down and get my charger.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. I don't even have the right charger in my office. I hope your coworker didn't steal mine tonight. I think I
No
left
comment.
it in his crate.
No comments there.
I know.
I'll get it back for you tomorrow.
No. I'm just kidding. I don't think you would know where it is.
Yeah, there's lots of confusion going on right here.
Okay,
Did they take it? I think they took a penalty. We got a power play again. Or is it?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get the phone charger, then I'll be able to walk you through it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the audio up too so we can hear what's going on.
From Del Ronde. And that ball swallowed up in net by Couvage. He is locked in here in the final moments. Will it be the Moist
This
Kings
guy's
who have been
so
so aggressive,
monotone, man.
scoring a goal of their own, or will they leave themselves too exposed, conceding a goal here? It'll be O'Toole, and it will be Swami on the face-off. That ball arcing away over the border, hitting the wall, and results in a whistle. We're set for another face-off, far side here in Moist Kings territory. The men representing the Moist Kings making the trek from Ontario to compete in this year's national competition. They're in a dogfight here with the Manitoba Sunnyvale Sasquatches.
Oh my gosh,
6
they can never
goals
get the
to
name
6
right.
with under 2:30 to go. Final moments here in this first quarterfinal matchup in the men's D division from Edmonton.
This guy's so monotone. How did he get this job?
Here's a slap shot, no good. Rebound. Here's a big time shot. Once again, popped up in the air. Scooped up and in for the Sunnyvale Sasquatches, regaining the lead. It is Antonio Moniz.
Moniz.
Scoring his second goal of the day for Sunnyvale with under 2 minutes remaining. Feels like the Moist Kings have
Holy, they're just
really dominated
losing
this
it.
game.
They're just losing it
Left
after
themselves
that.
a bit too open there for Sunnyvale, who now finds them.
I'm gonna mute the audio here so we can explain the chaos that's about to ensue.
Yeah, it was not great.
So my understanding in this whole thing is they took a timeout after we scored.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, they did, because we're all...
Trying to calm ourselves down.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the game audio.
Yeah. There's the guy that got kicked out. They sent that guy out.
Set for a face-off here at center ice. One final push of momentum. Here for the Moist Kings.
Just for clarification, at this point, there's a lot of jawing going on between one of their players and the head official.
Yeah. He was beacon. He got sent to the dressing room. 10-minute misconduct. And then that guy, that
face-off
that
center
88
floor.
he's beaking off at Tyler too.
This time. And here comes Sunnyvale again, looking to close this thing out, looking to extend their lead. 2 goals, but the Moist Kings will have something to say about it. Here they come the other way past center floor. Last-ditch effort for the Moist Kings to score. Ball cleared out to the other end of the floor. Under 90 seconds to go. A whistle.
I was so nervous at this point.
Substitution.
The nerves were shot. I was like, this is it. We got to close it out. We got a minute 30. We got to shut her down.
Yeah.
Or not. Cody Scott was going to come on for a moment. It's back to the bench. Cody Scott, the youngest player on this Moist Kings team. He's been great today. But his team is down by a goal in this quarterfinal matchup with a minute and 29 seconds remaining.
I think it was with 30 seconds left or something stupid they scored.
45 seconds.
So dumb. I mean, we got the win anyways, but should have closed it out before that.
Okay, hold on. There's a lot that's going to happen in the next few seconds.
Yeah.
O'Toole and Chartrand once again, the face-off, this time in the email zone. A shot, no good. A rebound, no good. And it's cleared out in the other zone. It was Shylock. It was Forbes, respectively. Neither finding the back of the net there for Sunnyvale. 109 remaining for the whistle.
They pulled their goalie at this point too, I think, didn't they? Yeah.
It's another face-off and another chance for the Moist Kings.
Did we call a timeout?
Sorry?
Did we call a timeout? I think we called a timeout. Or is there a guy beaking off again?
I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is where it happens.
remaining little timeout on the floor here. This team's talking over strategy. It's been a back and forth contest all day. High scoring, a lot of offense. The Moist Kings, at the end of the day, all that matters is that they're down 1 here with 61 seconds to play. Another quick shot there from Strylock again. Tool's been wonderful on the faceoffs today. Here he is under the net looking for a chance. Here's O'Toole firing. No good. Cleared out into the Moist Kings zone.
Icing.
Another whistle.
Just hit the open net.
Doubled over is Scott Cameron in net for the Samsquanches. He is fatigued.
This guy's so monotone, man. Where'd they find this guy?
Got to survive 40 more seconds here.
30 more seconds here.
Sunnyvale to advance to the semifinals here tonight. National championships, men's D division action.
That was like their
Shylock
set play
again.
right off the draw, too, was getting into that
Here
guy.
comes Cody Scott.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Firing action around the net. and
Marv.
Swallowed up once again.
Marv
by
lays
Scott
him out.
Cameron.
Oh, Marv. Marv. Just straight stepped into the guy and laid him out. Oh, man, that's funny.
Bruce Hood trying to shovel it in there.
Oh, you gotta love it.
For the Moist Kings. Coming up short.
At this point, I'm wondering if Devin needs to go in net because Scott is so hunched over.
Tumbled down by the net.
Pretty sure we talked about it.
Obviously, Scott Cameron had to lay out to swallow that ball up. Referee
Did Scotty play the whole
wiping the
game?
sweat away.
Or did we
Yeah.
okay.
Prevent any injuries here.
I thought so.
29 seconds for the Moist Kings to draw even here.
This guy sounds like a golf commentator.
Well, in fairness, I don't think he's in the building.
No.
So you lose the atmosphere of it if you're not in the building.
Oh,
There's a shot
tough.
and a goal.
that's
The
tough.
Moist Kings, with 25 seconds remaining, have tied this thing up. Do you believe it? And we are deadlocked again. It was Jacob Power.
Sorry, the commentator in me is just cringing watching this.
With
This guy is
25
like-
seconds remaining in this contest. Do you believe that?
Yeah,
This guy
I can't
sounds
believe
like
that they
he's, like,
tied
Not
it.
over just quite yet.
This guy sounds like he's commentating, watching
Red
grass
for
grow.
T. Neither team can
Oh,
score here in
man.
25 seconds. Winner go home for both these teams.
Just get through
For the
the next
Samsquanches.
17 seconds, please.
A good look now for Duswami. Firing.
Firing.
No good. A whistle.
No good. A
Face off
whistle.
coming up here in Moist Kings territory.
I want to know how they screwed up the score because it says 7-7 right there.
They screw it up early in overtime.
Now this ball being pinned
But
up
I think
against
that's
the
automated
perimeter of the
based
ring,
on a
8
number
seconds
of
to play.
factors.
Moist Kings playing for overtime here. Don't want to concede. Another goal. There will be the end of regulation. Folks, free hockey from Edmonton. We have been tied up at 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4. Excuse me, not 4-4, 3-3, 5-5, 6-6, and now 7-all. We are deadlocked. Nothing separating these two teams, as it's all even from Edmonton after 3. We've got to play some extra hockey to determine a victor in this quarterfinals. Don't go anywhere. We'll decide the victor when we come back from the 2024 Canadian Ball Hockey National Championship quarterfinals.
This guy sounds like he's in a box. Don't go anywhere. Oh, I can't.
And with all due respect, like I'm not laughing at the commentator's job, like I'm laughing at the circumstances.
This guy sounds like he's got a box over his head with a monitor in the box. And he's just getting the echo, the reverb.
Yeah. Just a quick update from Headingley. The Blues have taken a 3-2 lead
Over Winkler?
over Nipoa.
Oh. Sure, I'll hear all about it tomorrow at work.
Oh, probably.
It's okay. Makes my day. Who's the guy that takes the penalty for them? Is it that big guy, that 88? I think that's the guy that takes the penalty, right?
Yeah, so they have to get somebody out of the dressing room.
I don't think it's the guy that took the 10-minute misconduct. I think they get the guy that served it for him.
Out, yeah. The Frees are down 7-0 in Wentworth, by the way.
So then would Winkler's guy be calling that game? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because your guy would be doing the one at Hockey for All Center.
Yeah, our guy would be on the road too if the game doesn't overlap with a home game.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. What happened at the end of regulation?
Welcome back to Edmonton, as we are now in overtime.
Because we're on the power play, but what happened?
Wins here.
Sorry?
We're on the power play here, so what happened at the end of regulation?
We're not on the power play yet. That's a separate penalty in overtime.
The Moist Kings led this contest 5-3. That was the only 2-goal lead we've had all day. We have had 6 ties throughout this game, and it's been a back and forth affair in this winner go home quarterfinal matchup. Firing a slap shot is Moniz.
1, 2.
No good, and here come the Moist Kings the other way. Here's another slap shot. No good that time from Duswami. Now back.
Oh, wait, 1, 2. Okay, I guess it's 4 on 4.
To get down in their own territory, swinging around the
I
back
thought
of
we had
their
an-
own net in their own zone.
I thought we had an extra guy on the floor for some reason.
Yeah, the power play is coming.
Sunnyvale being very careful here. Just looking to control the time possession. Here's a chance on the breakaway for the Moist Kings.
Where's the breakaway?
No luck there.
It's not a breakaway, but yeah.
Bruce Hood back behind the blue line. Here's Hood again. Inside, Forbes now. Forbes fires. No good. Controlled by Sunnyvale for the time being. Forbes look to get another shot off.
Penalties right here.
But they have bad camera.
For a moment. Swung back into the Moist.
Pardon me?
They have bad camera work on that one.
Yeah, no,
You
the
couldn't even see
penalty.
it.
The penalty is right here. It's roughing.
So they started. This is when they started teeing off on the ref, I think, though.
In overtime?
Yeah, like after we scored, they started teeing off on him because that's where that guy got suspended.
Oh yeah, there was 3 penalties at the end of overtime.
Yeah. Yeah, see, look, they put us at 8-7. I don't know where that extra goal came from, but they manifested that for us. And it's coming up right here. It's right off this face-off, is it not?
It is.
Well, all right, put the audio back on. We need to hear that cannon in its glory.
All right, here we go.
Here's a
What
slap
a
shot.
shot.
And it's scored up and in for the victorious Sunnyvale Sasquatches.
There you go.
Marvin
Look at you
Delronde,
hauling
the
ass in
hero
there.
from Edmonton, as Sunnyvale pulls ahead. They are victorious. So much drama here in this matchup from Edmonton. Sunnyvale led this game 7-6 until the morning.
Nah, 8-7, dude. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end.
Yeah. Honestly, what I think did it for those guys was they changed their goalies way too much because they changed them again right before overtime started.
Yeah.
I think that's what did it. Like, you're not going to get into a good rhythm when you're changing your goalie that much.
Anyway, any news you'd like to share before we exit?
I don't know. How does having Team Manitoba's U19 goalie joining the team sound to you? There might be a couple other ones that I'm not ready to disclose yet because it's for me to know and everybody else to find out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think I know some of them.
Yeah.
But well,
You're the new starting goalie. That's the biggest one.
Fair enough. I'll get the pads ready.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll get the pads ready. We'll do this one more time at some point. We'll put a viewing party together for the bronze medal team, and
yeah,
we'll have some fun with that. When I was showing off my medal, yes, I have taken it off since we won, but
yeah.
All right, on behalf of Borden Hobbs, Michael Justin, thank you so much for watching, and we will chat with you next time. Bye for now.